Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here for another bit of a play with another 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. I recently did a collage using 12 by 12 scrapbook paper and I just loved it so much. So I brought along a whole bunch of, neutrally coloured, book pages and ephemera and things like that. It's all vintage stuff and I thought let's just, play around and see what we can do. And I also brought along some kind of images as well, which I thought would be really nice to add into our collage. So, for instance, this we could kind of trim down and add in. That's the plan. Who knows? It may end up going a completely different way altogether, but that's the plan so far. Also got a few pieces of ephemera like this, which again I thought I could kind of add in. So, yeah, let's just kind of get cracking and see what shape it ends up taking. So got this invoice here. I might just kind of tear it into pieces rather than use the whole thing in its entirety and then go from there. Now I've got these. I don't know whether I might struggle to use these if I'm wanting to keep this very neutral, because obviously they've got the red, which to me feels then a little bit, don't I use those? So yeah, I might not go for those. But yeah, I've got some other kind of book page pieces and things, which I just thought we could just add in with the other stuff. So let's just get gluing down in the first place. So, oops. So I hope everyone's having a good day, maybe doing some crafting. The sun is shining here. Hopefully spring is on the way. Again, I know I say this all the time, I'm filming ahead. So if, by chance, this doesn't go out for a few weeks and it's actually glorious sunshine already and spring is well and truly here, or if it's completely the other way and actually any signs of spring have gone completely out the window, it's because I'm filming ahead. So at this point in time, the sun is shining and it is looking like spring is around the corner. But like I say, who's to know whether that's actually going to be the case long term? It may be that it's not around the corner at all. Okay. Just makes you feel so nice, doesn't it, when the sun is out? Just everything seems so much better. Definitely it just makes you feel more cheery and I don't know, just more alive generally, I think. So yeah, it's good to see the sun. Really, really, it's good to see the sun. Okay. I took my daughter to school and it was kind of chilly, but the temperature is kind of forecast to get to, thinking they maybe said 14 today. So, hopefully it's going to improve. I think it was about 6 this morning when I took her to school. So, yeah, hopefully it's going to have cheered up significantly by the time I go and pick her up again. Okay, let's just pop these down. Oh, which way do I prefer it? Yeah, let's go for this way. Loving these neutral colours at the moment. Wow. This is unlike me because, if you watch my channel, you'll know that I do struggle. I do struggle to, do anything neutral. I'm just very drawn to colour. But, yeah, really liking these neutrals. Okay, so I've got some sheet music here as well. So I'll definitely tear some of that down and use some of that. Oops. Ready? Torn right through there. Okay. I do love sheet music, I have to say. I don't know what it is about sheet music, but there's just something absolutely gorgeous about it, isn't there? I don't know what, but yeah, for some reason it always looks gorgeous. Don't know whether I find it sort of a bit romantic or I don't know. I mean, I don't read music, so, I can't read music. So it might be like the least romantic thing on the planet, the song that it's playing. But I think there's something romantic looking about sheet music. Okay. And then I also cut out some of these like kind of ads and things. So I'm going to obviously stick those on here as well. But perhaps we'll just, yeah, perhaps I'll kind of layer those up in a moment. So let's go for these bits first, I think. Really trying to be good and, you know, use some of the things that I just hoard otherwise, because, you know, of course, when we buy things, we're buying them to use, aren't we? And then what happens? They just make their way into my house and then they never do get used because I then can't bring myself to use them, which that's just crazy, isn't it? So yeah, trying to be a bit better at actually using some stuff. I think when it's like vintage things as well, to be honest, it makes it doubly difficult to use, because you know that that's going to be your only chance of getting that piece, isn't it? You know, it's not like you can just go and buy some more. Once you've used it, it's gone. So it just makes it kind of twice as hard to use, doesn't it? I mean, this, for instance, this is a vintage letter. You know, once it's gone, it's gone. There's no, you know, no coming back from that. Can't just get more. But then, you know, it is crazy, because obviously what's the point in buying it if then I'm not going to make myself use it? Yeah, I really must get better. Oh, which side? That side I think I prefer, actually, now that I've turned it over. I mean, it was my mission, you know, going into 2021, you know, to try and use more stuff up. And yeah, I'm not doing too badly with that. As I say, it doesn't really necessarily come naturally to be using the things. You know, I do quite like hoarding the stuff and have a natural tendency to want to hoard it, but I am trying to make myself use things. Oh, look what I've got here. Can you see? I've got like a sort of 3 strips approach thing going on. Let's get rid of that, because yeah, we don't want that, do we? We don't want that going on. Right, that might be better. Just break it up with some sheet music, I think. Okay. And that's weird, isn't it? Because that can just happen suddenly. Before you know it, you know, you've done this weird thing, like creating, you know, like a sort of, not symmetrical, but, you know, that weird thing that happens where before you know it, you have got like a pattern going on that you just hadn't, you know, factored in, or, you know, you hadn't done intentionally or anything, but it's just kind of how it's worked out. Okay. Perhaps we could have that one there. And lower down, maybe. Yep. See, now I've gone into overthinking mode, and, you know, that's just always a mistake, isn't it? Always a mistake. There we go. Oh, I feel so tired today. No idea why. Yeah, I don't think I've, you know, I don't think I've not slept or anything like that, but you know, when you just get those days where you just feel very tired, it's just one of those. It's annoying. Very annoying. And like I say, no rhyme or reason for it. Just tired for no apparent reason whatsoever. that doesn't look too bad, does it? So yeah, let's go for that. Oh, that sky's really blue out there. Just gorgeous. Okay. Which way round do I want this? Had I put it that way round in the first place? I think I had, hadn't I? Sometimes just can't remember for the life of me what I've been doing. 2 seconds before, only 2 seconds before, yeah. Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we'll pop this one down here. Okie dokie. And then we'll have this ad here. Oh, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Well, hopefully you guys think it looks pretty nice too. Oops, okay. Put that down there. Oh, got to do the food shopping today. That's always just boring, isn't it? Having to go and do the food shopping, to be honest. Okay. And then this one I'm going to put here, kind of like in the space there. And that just covers up that little bit. Okay. Let's put that there. Okay. Okay, right, do we want anything else? I mean, I've got this tiny scrap now from this letter, the vintage letter, but yeah, I mean, it's probably not really kind of going to kind of fit in here anywhere, is it? So, what did I bring along in terms of the pictures that I've talked about at the beginning of this video? Such a long time ago now, I can't remember what I was saying. Right, so we've got these gorgeous images here. And yeah, I thought it might be quite nice to have, you know, maybe a couple of these images dotted around on here. So let's just take that down. Thinking her, you know, put her somewhere. I'll just tear the edge off of there. I mean, she looks lovely on there, doesn't she? Okay, and then these. Now, unfortunately, they're all kind of joined in together. So I could just do these two because I'm thinking this is going to be quite large on here. Let's just go across and see. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's such a pretty image, isn't it? I mean, oh, I love these clothes so much. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous clothes, aren't they, that the ladies are wearing. Let me see what I've got here. Yeah, so we've got this image here, which we could as well potentially tear that one out. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll kind of have that somewhere on here. Now, can we possibly cram any others in? I mean, again, I could kind of have this one. Not the best, not the best. Okay, let me move that to one side. Got this gorgeous image here as well, which that's just so cute, isn't it? Yeah, I don't like what's on the back. So let's just see. Again, this might be going to be a little bit on the big side. So let's just see how small we can make it. You know, without it losing its identity. Because sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but I tear things or cut things so small that then they don't really resemble what they did at first anyway. Which that's just weird, isn't it? Okay. Oh, now what's happened is I've now got 4 things on the page, which, you know, there is that whole, you know, not having even numbers thing, isn't there? Which I know that Barbara says that really often about not having even numbers. And to be honest, I'm inclined to agree. It, you know, I mean, that straight away looks really strange, doesn't it? Whereas when it had 3, it looked okay. So I'm just wondering whether we can get around it by, you know, spreading them out better and maybe having some other things too. Or whether actually we're just now, you know, not going to have those things. Let's just have a look. I mean, I could maybe put some other things on here. I've got obviously some of my numbers and stuff. Let me just pull those in. They might not be big enough because this obviously is a 12 by 12 sheet, and yeah, it's quite huge, obviously. Well, it's 12 by 12, so that's the exact size of it. Let's have a look. Oh, that's too big, weirdly. I thought it was kind of needing really big things, but actually that was just monstrous on there. So maybe it's better with not such big things. Oh, I don't know. I mean, partly what the problem is, I haven't really decided what this is going to be used for. You know, which is obviously, yeah, holding me back slightly. It would probably be better if I had a, you know, a thought in mind of how things are going to actually be. But actually, I am going to try. I've got some Distress Oxide walnut stain here. It's brand new, haven't opened this before. But I'm just thinking I'm going to just ink around the edges of these images to try and make them stand out a little bit more. Let's hope I don't just ruin them completely and make them just look really horrible. Yeah, this just arrived the other day, this Distress Oxide walnut stain. Obviously, I've had the walnut stain before in the Distress ink, but not in the oxide. And I thought, oh, that might be, you know, that might be nice to have. Still thinking I should really put this, you know, make this 2. So now I'm thinking, what if I went... might just have to get rid of that girl there. So if we just tear that down, we'd have that one. And then if I tear it down this way, just try and get rid of that other girl. Okay, right, let me just Distress Oxide this up now. And this side. Okay. Yeah, I quite like that. So I quite like them with the oxide around the edges. It's making them stand out and, you know, look a little bit, yeah, just a bit different on there. So let's just do that. I wanted to do like a really full-on, you know, busy, eclectic, excuse me, frog in my throat, eclectic, gorgeous, you know, loads of different interesting things on here sort of appearance. I have to say, as usual, you know, I'm struggling to pull that off. You know, because I'm a little bit matchy-matchy, as you know. And so for me, to then stick a whole bunch of stuff on that's kind of all different themes and colours, and I mean, I see other people do it, and actually I did see an amazing collage. Again, I can't remember now whose it was, but it was somebody I hadn't really watched before, and she did the most incredible collage, you know, that I've probably ever seen. And it was all different things, but I don't think I can quite pull that off. I just don't think I can. Right, let me just turn the camera off and have a look around and see what other stuff that I have got that, you know, I could potentially perhaps pop on here. Right, I have dug out a bunch of stuff and kind of layered them around roughly where I'm going to be sticking them. So these are my stamped pieces, and I did use these quite a bit in my last, you know, 12 by 12 collage, or in, I don't know whether it was my last one, but anyway, in one of my 12 by 12 collages. But I loved how they looked so much. So I thought, let's just use those again. These are the different coloured ones. When, you know, if you ordered them, you get a neutral, you know, background set. And you get these darker ones. I'm not really too sure what colour you would call these, but yeah, so you get the two, and yeah, this one is obviously the darker colour of the two. But I thought they just look really gorgeous on the, you know, with these images and things, don't they? Okay, so just pop this number 3 here. Do we want it there or lower? I think probably higher. Okay, pop that there. Yeah, I just love how these colours look on here. They're kind of quite rich in comparison to the, you know, the neutral background. They look really, really, really gorgeous. Okay. Because although, you know, they are, obviously they are a colour, but they still have quite a sort of neutral thing going on. So I haven't kind of deviated too much from my original. Well, it wasn't really my original plan. My original plan was to obviously do something quite eclectic. But yeah, these are, they're neutralish, but still just add that little bit of something. Gorgeous. Love, love, love how these look. Okay, right, let's just pop this one down. And obviously I just then incorporated them with just some of my numbers as well, which, you know, any that kind of had a bit of a browny neutral thing going on as well. You know, just added those on as well. Again, like I say, I mean, I don't know yet how I'm actually going to cut this up. So that will obviously come a bit later. But I'll have to, you know, think carefully how I'm going to cut these, because I could end up with, you know, barely any usable bits, I guess, if I'm not quite careful. Right, just wondering, do we want to come down? I love this little cluster here, but I'm just wondering whether it needs to be on that side instead. No, let's keep it here. Right. Okay, let's get the bingo card down. Really starving today for some reason. Not, you know, it's not kind of lunchtime yet, but yeah, for some reason I feel really hungry. Maybe it's the spring weather, just kind of giving me an appetite. It could be, to be fair. I mean, they do say, I think, don't they, that, you know, the weather changes your appetite. So yeah, perhaps it is that. Okay. Okay, right. And then these ones, I mean, I'm hoping I'm in frame. Let me just try and tuck this under so I can push it further onto the desk. I obviously just need to move these down slightly like that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this one didn't really kind of go according to my original plan, which was, like I say, to make it quite colourful and things, but you know, needless, or you know, despite that, perhaps I should say, I do still really love it. So yeah, really do love how it's come out. Okay. Right, there we go. Nearly done. And then I will just trim it up around the edges because, you know, it's not too bad, but there's just one or two places where it's a little bit, you know, hanging over at the edges. So we'll just then trim those down a bit. It's just surprising what little things like that, you know, how much difference they make, to be honest. You know, they do make a huge difference once you just trim it around the edge, because it then just forms a more cohesive kind of look. You know, it no longer has that scruffy thrown together appearance, but instead it looks, you know, properly formed. Oh, I love how this looks. It's so yummy. Yeah, really, really love it. Okay, so again, just kind of working out whereabouts we want this, whether I'd rather just cover up, you know, like I don't want that corner kind of just poking out. It looks a little bit weird. So, I mean, just tiny tweaks like that can make such a big difference, because I don't think you notice that first. And it's only once you've kind of started using it, you know, for a little while, that you then think, oh, you know, why didn't I cover that corner up? Or, you know, why didn't I do this? So it's just those tiny things that just make quite a difference. Okay. Oh, now I've put her right over there, or put those ladies right over. A bit too far. Oh well, never mind. Right, so that's all of the bits that I had laid out, stuck down there. So let's just turn it over and, you know, trim it down. Okay. And just up this side as well. Oh, there was more hanging out of this than I realised. I thought I'd actually not really kind of left much overhanging the edges at all, but actually most edges had something hanging over. Okay, last bit. Okay, let's see how that looks now. Oh, I love it. I really, really, really love it. Okay, right, let me clear this up. I don't know how long I've been filming for. I'm now debating what to do going forward. I mean, obviously I'm going to cut these up, but I'm wondering whether I could scan these in. Sorry about that. Somebody's now decided to get their, I don't know, strimmer or something outside. Wondering whether to scan these in and then go for like some extra kind of touches on here. You know, kind of more in line with what I was intending on doing before I kind of chickened out and decided, oh, I didn't quite dare add too much kind of in the way of, you know, fun stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, you know, shall we come back and add some other bits and pieces? I mean, not necessarily these that I've actually got here, but okay, right, let me go and scan this in, and then I will check the time, see how long I've been filming for, because of course I don't want to be just, you know, making this a really, really, really long video. And then we'll decide what to do from there. Okay, I'm back. Now you can probably see I have just like layered up a whole bunch of stuff on here. I'm going to try and make this a really super fun, you know, eclectic, colourful, yeah, just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous piece. So I'm going to just attempt to now glue things down, you know, roughly where they are. This is where I often come unstuck. I did take a picture of this, but I mean, of course, I'm doing a video, so I don't want to have to keep stopping the video to check the picture. So let's just hope that I can actually just remember where things need to be stuck, you know, once I kind of move them. Let's hope I can get them back into the right places. So only time will tell, obviously. But yeah, I just wanted to go for something really, really, really fun and really different to kind of anything else really that I've done when doing, you know, a collage-y type piece. So yeah, hopefully I've kind of achieved that. Okay. I mean, to be honest, it's not as eclectic. Oh, sorry, struggling to speak now. It's not as eclectic as I was meaning, because of course, I mean, it is still quite matchy because, you know, all my roses are shades of pinks, and all of my bits that I'm added are either sort of black with sort of browny tones, or brown with black tones, if you see what I mean. So, you know, I'm not being like really, really, really adventurous even now, but, you know, a little bit adventurous. And I love how this looks so much. I really, wow, yeah, just really, 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 really love it. Well, so far anyway. Let's hope that I do when I've stuck everything down. Like I say, let's just hope that I manage to stick everything roughly where it's actually positioned now. Because it's always a bit of a risk, isn't it? You know, as you lift things, that you can't then quite get them back where they were. And I mean, sometimes it might be just like a millimetre out, but that millimetre just makes all the difference, and it can just then look really rubbish. So let's hope that I don't do that. Okay. Yeah, really, really love how this looks. Oh, can't wait to play with this. Admittedly, I mean, I don't know quite how I'm going to use this yet. You know, because that will be the next problem, will be deciding how to cut it, you know, to make the most of all the bits that are on here. So, yeah, I'll have to kind of just see how it is when it's finished. But so far, loving, loving, loving it. And I just thought I would lay the things out, you know, before switching the camera on, just to spare you guys, because, you know, sometimes that can just take an age, obviously, deciding where things go. So I thought I'll just spare you guys that and, you know, lay them out kind of quickly now. And I've got a couple of my book plates on there as well, which just happen to be that darker colour too. So, you know, everything's really toning, really nice, you know, lovely. And, yeah, looking really gorgeous. So, okay, let's just... Okie dokie. Oh, how pretty does it look? Really gorgeous. You know, I mean, it's obviously, yeah, lots going on here now, but I mean, it does still look, you know, really nice, doesn't it? It's not kind of suddenly looking really, whoa, you know, what's going on there? It's still keeping its, well, not simple look. That's not the right thing to say, but, you know, it's still keeping its charm. It's not suddenly gone like so wild that it just looks appalling. Because, I mean, sometimes that happens too, doesn't it? You know, we kind of over over decorate, and then, you know, of course it can then just look really horrible. So yeah, I don't think it's taking on a horrible look at all. Okay. Yeah, it feels really warm up here now. So obviously the temperature is really warmed up outside, which is awesome. Okay. And I'm going to have the memories on here as well. Oh, you see, I have moved that. And just that slight movement, it can just throw it out completely, can't it? And, you know, then you just can't get it back quite as it was, and it will never look as good as it did. And it's so easily done. So easily done. Just going to ink this a little bit where it's got some white, because I cut this with my Scan and Cut, and you know, just sometimes then you just get that sort of white edge. I think where the needle is sharp, you know, and it cuts it, it sort of leaves almost like a white sharp look to it. Okay. Oh, loving how this looks so much. Just wondering whether I could just squash something else in here. I mean, I know it's got a lot going on already, but yeah, just wonder whether I could squeeze anything else in here at all. I mean, it probably doesn't need it, but if it can take it, then, you know, why not? Why not just squash something else in? Okay. Really looks pretty, doesn't it? Okay. Put that there. I mean, that would be nice if I could do it with the leaf coming over. So let me just put that there. I'll just put this one down. Yeah, like that. Okay, let's just dab that glue. Okay, right, nearly done. Unless I'm going to try and squash anything else in, which, you know, of course wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Is everything stuck down? No, I've still got a stray rose poking around up there. Oops, okay. Right. Mop that up. Right, hopefully everything is stuck down now. So I can trim off again, you know, just those little bits that are sort of overhanging at the edges. So I've just got kind of here and here. Oh, that is so pretty, isn't it? Right, let's trim off those edges and see. And then I will just see if I can just literally squash anything else on here. Honestly, I mean, as if it's not full enough. But I was having just this kind of like, let's go for something really crazy today. Really kind of full. And yeah, I love how full it looks so far. Really gorgeous, isn't it? So just kind of wondering here. So yeah, and actually here looks a little bit plain, doesn't it? So we have got a couple of spots, you know, a couple of spaces with nothing in them. Also, weirdly, I just found these laying around and I thought, oh, wonder if they would look good on there. I'm not going to put them on there, but, you know, they kind of look quite good, don't they? I've got the Eiffel Tower. Oh, you know what would look good? That shoe. Let's do the shoe. Okay. Oops. I'm just going to put my glasses on just while I quickly cut that shoe out. Okay, hold on. Sorry about that. My phone was ringing. Right, I've just cut out a little rose to put down here. So just this one here, and then that shoe. I don't know whether you can see that, but I've just kind of plonked it in the middle at the moment. So thinking going to put that shoe there. Now, the only place that I haven't put anything is still up in this corner. But to be honest, I did try a couple of things there and I wasn't too, you know, too sure about them. I mean, we could just put a rose there, but I don't know whether it actually maybe looks better without. I mean, again, I did try the shoe there. The shoe looks kind of cute there, but, you know, again, it might just look, yeah, it might just look better without anything. So let's just pop the shoe down. Oh, I literally can't wait to play with this. And like I say, not that I know quite how I'm going to use this, because of course now it's very, very, very busy. But yeah, I'll have to kind of see what I can do with this. But I do love it, I must say. It's really, really, really gorgeous, isn't it? Right, just before I literally kind of switch the camera off and, you know, stop, just going to check that I wouldn't like anything else at all, because, you know, whilst we're here, I mean, again, I've got these tickets. These are obviously bigger than these ones down here. Yeah, probably not those. Again, I've got that Eiffel Tower. Oh, I've got a street name that again is quite, you know, in dark themes. Just going for kind of anything that's sort of slightly dark and might kind of look good. That's quite nice up there, isn't it? Should we put that up there? Just, you know, I'm just looking at things that are just literally laying about on the desk, really. Let me just see if I've got anything else. Anything else just lingering around? No, can't see anything really. And have got, like I say, the Eiffel Tower. Unless it went behind her. I have got the word Paris, actually. Should we just... Let's just cut that out. Hubbard Street, Paris. Yeah, I don't think Hubbard Street is glamorous enough for Paris, do you? Maybe I will put Paris in that little space there. Shocking how much stuff you can actually squash in when you try. You know, I kind of thought it looked, you know, looked good and didn't need anything else. But I mean, we're still squashing bits in even now. So, yeah, quite shocking. Quite shocking how much stuff we can manage to squash in, even when we think it's done. Okay. Okay, right, let me just check now on this butterfly and the Eiffel Tower. So let's just cut out the Eiffel Tower first. Okay. So, and when you order these, you know, faux stamped images, you get sort of a large sheet and them smaller. So this obviously is the smaller version. So hence, you know, those tickets, there was a big one and those smaller ones. Oh, I should have really put my glasses on because I struggled to then see what I was doing there. Okay, let's just, oh my goodness. Yeah, I still haven't pulled my glasses on, just literally in denial, obviously, like of how well I can see. Okay, yeah, let's put that down. So, I mean, we could squash the Eiffel Tower in there, but it does go then over that rose, which that's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Could have it squashed in somewhere else, maybe. Could have it squashed in here. I mean, these are the types of, or this is the type of thing that I would see in a scrapbook paper, you know, 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. And I would absolutely love, 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 love this paper. You know, kind of, yeah, it's just that type of appearance to it. Let's pop this down. Okay. I mean, again, obviously in an ideal world, I would have probably stuck that on previously before putting those roses down or that frame, but never mind. Okay, let's move it over a bit so it's not got just a tiny bit of the frame sort of poking out behind it. Okay, that looks good, doesn't it? And I'm just going to cut out this final butterfly because we might just want that somewhere. Do we want this? Oh, let's cut this out as well. Oh, thank goodness. Honestly, no end to this stuff that's going on here, is there? Okay. Oh, why have I not pulled my glasses down still? Honestly, I mean, they're on top of my head. It's like, you know, just not even a second to actually just reach my arm up and pull them down. But for some reason, I still haven't done that. Okay. Oh, come on. Right. Let's have a look. Don't think I want this anywhere, do I? I mean, it could go here at the bottom, I guess. Just take this piece off. Do we want this anywhere? That's the question. Or could have it kind of coming down from the top like that. Probably should have used the bigger one of the two. You know, the one from the bigger sheet. Okay. Right, nearly done. Okay. Okay, where should we have this butterfly then? Maybe down here. That looks really pretty just there, doesn't it? Okay, well, let's just put this on because I've cut it out now. Might as well just use it. Otherwise, it will just be floating about on my desk now. You know, now I've cut it out. It's homeless now. It's no longer on the original piece of paper. It might as well just go on. Okay. And then this butterfly down here. Oh. Okay. Right. Do we think that that is everything, or do we think I could possibly squeeze on something else? I mean, it's looking full, isn't it? But that was, you know, that was what I was hoping to do, was get a really full piece going on. I've got this. It's not really dark enough, to be honest. Plus, it's actually quite large, so yeah, don't think it will really fit. Just seeing whether I've got anything else, similar colours here. Oh, what's this? Umbrella. Oh, what a shame that I don't have an umbrella in the right colour sat there, because that did look cute, didn't it? Let me just see. Right, hang on. Got some of my umbrellas. Let's just see if I've got any kind of better colour. I mean, to be honest, again, where would I be squashing the umbrella now? Oops. I mean, we could have a little red one. No, it's too red. Doesn't look good. Too red. Oh, we could have a pink one. Too big. This one's too big. Yeah, definitely too big. Right, let me just pull these out for a minute. I'm so sorry. I keep saying, oh, you know, I'm nearly finished. Nearly finished, you know, and then, of course, something else then grabs my eye. And, of course, then I'm not finishing at all because, you know, I'm suckered into something else. And that's just sometimes how it goes, isn't it? You can't quite leave it alone. Because I just wanted it, like, really, really, really busy. You know, loads of things going on. I mean, it is really, really, really busy. Oh, that's my son. He's finished work early. That was what the phone call was. They've finished their job, so he's come home early. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, I think, and go and see how his day was. And, you know, I'm hoping that it's going to be warm enough that we can go and sit in the garden together, because that would be really nice to, you know, just spend a bit of quiet time with him while the other two are still at school. Well, I mean, I say all that. Who knows? Perhaps he'll blow me out. Perhaps he's going to be going somewhere. Because they do that, don't they, as they get older, you know. You think they're going to be spending the time with you, and then actually they're not spending the time with you at all. But no, I mean, hopefully he is. The fact that he phoned to say he was coming home. Right, let's just check whether I want any of these umbrellas anywhere. My gosh, I've got them like floating all over this now. They're literally everywhere. Literally everywhere. I mean, they're not quite the right colours, are they? But, oh gosh, I've got another one there. I think I'm going to leave the umbrellas. I mean, I do think they look cute, but yeah, probably, you know, I'm probably just now overdoing this. Yeah, right, okay, yeah, I'm going to leave it. If I had one of the umbrellas from my vintage Tanners, because that also has a sort of browner colour umbrella, I would have gone for an umbrella, but yeah, as I can't see one anywhere, you know, and I don't want to have to go and print more stuff, then I think it's time to actually leave it. And to be honest, it probably is best anyway, because it has got a lot of stuff already on there, and pretty sure it doesn't need anything else. She says as she's still looking through the stuff at the side just to see if there is anything else. And that's one of those umbrellas. I wonder whether if I just actually... I mean, this is copy paper, so, you know, quite thin. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, that's miles too big now. Right, I think the umbrella is not meant to be, is it? Because, yeah, it's going to swamp the whole page. I mean, I could cut the actual umbrella out. Shall I just quickly? Oh. Honestly, I mean, while I'm here, I might as well, mightn't I? Oh. I don't think he's come in yet. He's obviously still out at his car doing something. So, yeah, got a couple of seconds. Couple of seconds left to quickly do this. mean, actually, it's not that far off now. Time to go and get my daughter from school. So I don't think we're going to have that long sat in the garden. Not as long as I thought we were going to have. So it's just amazing how much the time just flies by, isn't it, to be honest? Especially when you're crafting, you know. I mean, they do say the time flies when you're having fun. And definitely no truer thing than when we're crafting. You know, because that is when I'm generally having the most fun. Oh gosh, come on. Oh my goodness, this is like super fiddly. Because it's copy paper, it's not, you know, it's not the easiest because it just flops around. Okay. Right, after all that, do we like that umbrella? I do quite like it, actually. Do we like it there? That's the question. It's quite cute there. Quite cute there. I mean, actually, it's quite cute everywhere. Everywhere that I've tried it, I quite like it. I mean, obviously, I would lean in towards here because, of course, this is just a blank space. So it feels like the natural spot to put it. But I think it does look quite nice in all, you know, all other places. Let me just stand up and look down. Because sometimes you really do get a bit of a different perspective when you're looking down, don't you? Oh, just looking through the camera and this just looks so fussy and cluttered. I hope it's not come out just awful on camera. Because honestly, I mean, it is cluttered, but in the flesh it looks really nice. So I hope it's, yeah, I hope it's coming out really nice on the camera and not just looking really like smothered in stuff and, you know, just awful. Okay, right. Oh gosh, I'm always like missing the stuff I'm gluing lately. Okay, just kind of wipe that a little bit. Right, let's just pop that down there. So it just kind of filled that little space as well. Right, okay, so I'm going to call that quits there. Don't know when I'll be back to play with this because, yeah, I haven't quite decided how we're going to play with it or what we're going to do with it. But, yeah, really love it. So I hope that you like it. And, yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys again soon. Thanks then. Bye.